Hosting a golf tournament and want to capture those winning moments while elevating your event? Hi, I'm Eric Miller with Big Cheese Photos. Welcome to my podcast on golf tournament photography. I have decades of experience photographing hundreds of tournaments in the New Orleans, Baton Rouge, and North Shore areas. My team of photographers create lasting memories and deliver top quality photos instantly that make your event truly unforgettable. Ready to learn more? You're in the right place. Join John and Kathy as they share my expert tips and insights on making your golf tournament a hole-in-one. Take it away, John and Kathy.
Okay, so you know when you're scrolling through Instagram or Facebook and you see those really cool golf photos?
Yeah.
Like the ones with the golfer in mid-swing, that perfect focus on their face?
Right.
And the background is like this amazing green paradise.
Yeah.
Makes you kind of want to grab your clubs and head to the course, doesn't it?
Oh, totally.
Well, that's kind of what we're diving into today.
Okay.
Specifically, how those incredible shots come together, especially right here in New Orleans.
Cool.
We've got our expert here to break it all down, focusing on Big Cheese Photos.
Yeah.
They've carved out a really cool niche, I think, in golf tournament photography.
And what's interesting about them is they don't just like show up with a camera.
Right.
It seems like they get what makes a golf tournament special.
So it's more than just documentation.
Yeah, they capture like the feeling of the tournament.
Okay. I'm intrigued. How so?
Well, it's subtle, but if you look at their work, they catch these moments. Like those little interactions, you know, golfers goofing around with their teammates.
Right.
Right.
Or the look on someone's face just before they take that really important shot.
The intensity.
Yeah. And even just the way the light hits the course, it's all about telling a story.
That's a good point. I see what you mean. It's like, you know those glossy golf magazines?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of got that vibe, but way more personal.
Definitely.
And it's not all just pros, right? Seems like they do a bit of everything.
For sure. They cover all the bases.
Yeah.
So you've got your classic team photos, but then they also do individual portraits,
Okay.
which I think is really cool. Lets the personality shine through.
Yeah.
And of course, the action shots mid-swing, very dramatic.
Gotta have those.
Oh, and they even take pictures of just the course itself.
Oh, wow. So they understand these pictures are more than just pictures. They're keepsakes, right?
Exactly. Memories from this big event.
Speaking of big, can we talk about the fact that they deliver all these photos, like, instantly?
I know, right?
That's wild, especially these days. Yeah, it's actually really clever of them. Think about it. We're in the age of social media. Everyone wants to post things instantly.
Right.
You're at this tournament. You got this awesome picture.
Boom, it's on Instagram.
Exactly. And you can bet they'll have a custom logo on there ready to go.
See, that instant gratification, that's smart.
Totally.
I'm guessing that plays right into how they handle sponsorships then.
You know it.
Yeah.
They figured out a way to make sponsorships a natural part of their photography.
Okay, now we're talking. Break that down for me. How does that work?
All right, so picture this. Big Cheese. They get hired by the tournament organizers.
Okay.
And as part of the deal, they work in sponsor logos into the photos.
Oh, interesting.
Like maybe there's a banner in the background by the green, or maybe it's even more integrated.
What do you mean?
Like on the golfer's clothes or something.
Ah, I see.
So golfers get pro photos they can share, sponsors get seen, and the tournament gets affordable, high-quality pictures.
That's pretty slick, I gotta say. And it doesn't feel like in your face. You know, some of those banner ads online are just, ugh.
Right, this feels like it belongs there.
Exactly. So they get that whole balance, right?
Totally. It's providing value, but keeping the experience genuine.
Now, you mentioned this being good for smaller tournaments.
Yeah, especially for them. Maybe they couldn't afford a fancy photography package before.
Right. Makes sense. Is this a New Orleans thing, or are we seeing it elsewhere too?
Big Cheese might be killing it here, but I think this model's catching on. People like brands that feel like a natural part of something they enjoy.
Oh, for sure. Nobody wants to be bombarded with a billboard on their way to work, right?
Exactly. It's all about connection.
Okay, so we've covered the instant delivery thing and this whole sponsorship angle. But let's talk about the actual photography for a second.
Yeah.
Those tee-off photos on their website are something else.
You know, right?
It's like they bottle that perfect mix of athleticism and, like, grace.
It's more than just knowing your camera, though, right? It's about what makes a really powerful photo.
Composition, the lighting, all that.
All of it.
They make everyone look like a pro, even if you, well, you know, shank it into the rough every other swing.
Exactly. And I think that taps into something deeper, you know? We all kind of want to see ourselves that way.
Aspirational, almost.
Yeah, like those photos aren't just about hitting a golf ball. They're about capturing a feeling.
A whole vibe.
Right. And that vibe, it works whether you're a weekend golfer or on the tour.
Do they have a specific process for this? Is it angles, lighting, or something more?
From what I've seen, they mix technical skills with a knack for those in-the-moment shots. Like, they know when something cool is about to happen.
Hiding in the bushes with their cameras.
Well, maybe not literally, but, they're ready for those unscripted moments.
Makes sense. So much of life is about those moments.
That's what sets their photos apart. It's not just, oh, there's the tournament. It's like, there's the heart of it.
You've got a point. There's more to event photography than just showing up, isn't there?
Totally.
It's about knowing how to observe, understanding the event,
Big Cheese gets that.
Okay, so they've got this winning formula down. And I'd bet these photos, they're doing more than just sitting on a website, right?
Oh, yeah, their life is just beginning.
Really? Now, this is where things get interesting. How so? How do these photos keep telling a story even after everyone's packed up and gone home?
Oh, tell me more. This is where I think things get really interesting. How do these photos keep telling a story even after everyone's packed up and gone home?
Well, remember we were talking about their instant photo thing?
Yeah, the delivery.
Right. That's not just like snapping a picture and emailing it. They've got a whole cloud system or something.
Fancy.
It lets them upload, edit, all that in real time.
So the photographer's on the course, takes a photo, and boom, it's up online.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And they can even slap a sponsor's logo on there right away.
So sponsors get their name out there while the tournament's still going on. Smart. Exactly. It's not just about being seen. It's about, riding that wave of excitement with everyone else.
It's a live feed, but for, pro photos? That's wild.
No more waiting for film to develop.
So this tech stuff, does Big Cheese, did they build it themselves?
I'm not totally sure if it's all theirs or if they, customize something that already existed.
Right.
But it's definitely fine-tuned for these golf tournaments and sponsors.
They think of everything. It's like they're not just photographers. They're tech people, too.
And that's what makes a difference, right?
Totally. So say you're running a smaller tournament. Money's tight.
This could be a game changer for them.
Levels the playing field a bit.
And sponsors get something that really pops, something different.
Okay, but let's go back to the artistic side for a sec.
Sure.
The tee-off pics are one thing, but I'm curious about their other work, too.
Oh, it's good stuff. They just get it,
How do you mean?
They find those moments, the drama, the laughs. Even on a golf course, it's kind of amazing.
Like they know exactly when to click the shutter.
It's almost like they've got a sixth sense for it.
They're hiding in the bushes, I'm telling you.
Probably not, but they're definitely always watching, looking for those moments that'll make a great photo.
So it's that human element that makes their stuff stand out.
That's it. They're not just there to take pictures, they're there to capture what it felt like to be there.
You've got me thinking now, there's got to be more to event photography than I realized.
For sure.
It's like you said, observation, understanding the event.
Big Cheese gets it. They know how to tell the whole story.
And we're saying their work goes beyond just those photos too, right?
Think about it. How do we see things these days? It's not just a photo on a wall anymore.
It's all social media now.
That's part of it,
Right.
but it's bigger than that.
Okay, now you've lost me.
Big Cheese, they get that these photos, they're meant to be shared, talked about, they spark something.
So it's about starting a conversation.
Totally. It's about connecting people, golfers, fans, everyone through these pictures.
So even if you've never picked up a club in your life,
You can still feel like you're part of it.
a shared language. I like that. So what happens to these pictures when the tournament's over? Do they just end up lost in the cloud somewhere?
Not at all. That's when things get really interesting.
Oh, tell me more. How do these photos continue to tell a story even after the event has wrapped up? Oh, tell me more. How do these photos continue to tell a story even after the event has wrapped up?
Well, for the golfers, those photos, they become like souvenirs, right?
Okay.
Imagine you've got that tee-off photo, the one where you look amazing.
Framed on the wall?
Exactly. A good conversation starter, right?
Oh, yeah. That's me. Just another day on the green.
And it's not just for the golfers either. The tournament organizers, they can use them too.
How so?
Marketing for next year's tournament. Picture those amazing photos all over social media.
Gets people excited.
Exactly. Or even in brochures, websites, shows everyone how cool the event is.
Bottling up that tournament energy. I like it.
And we can't forget about the sponsors. Remember how their logos are on those pictures?
Right. They can use those too.
Websites, social media, maybe even some ads. It's subtle, but it works.
Way better than just some random stock photo, that's for sure.
People respond to authenticity, you know?
It's like they've found this whole new way to tell stories with photos, and it's not just for golf either.
Exactly. It could change how we see all kinds of events.
Imagine that, those amazing photos you see from pro golf tournaments, but for everything.
That's what Big Cheese is doing. They're showing us what's possible.
Leading the way.
Hmm.
So as we wrap up here, what's the one thing you want our listeners to walk away with?
I think it's this. We're bombarded with images all day long, but the ones that stick with us, they have a story behind them.
And Big Cheese gets that.
They get it. Every photo they take, it's part of a bigger story, and that makes all the difference.
Well said. And on that note, we'll wrap up our deep dive into New Orleans golf photography.
It's been fun.
And to everyone listening, next time you see an amazing golf photo, take a second. Think about the story behind it.
There's always more than meets the eye.
You might be surprised what you discover.
Great job, John and Kathy, and thank you for considering Big Cheese Photos for your golf tournament photography needs. We're here to help capture those winning moments and take your event to the next level and truly make your tournament unforgettable. To schedule your tournament, contact me, Eric Miller, today at 504-467-0230. We look forward to being a part of your event and capturing those winning moments.